It's Mon Mothma's HoloNet, and we're just posting on it. Welcome back to Mothma News and our 50-day countdown to the Mask of Fear by Alexander Freed. Before we kick off with day 38, though, I have an important announcement to make that I've kind of been teasing a little bit on. I know I teased it on Blue Sky. I don't know if I said anything anywhere else. Anyways, I have an announcement to make. As many of you are aware, or hopefully are now aware, I'm hosting a Mon Mothma panel at Star Wars Celebration this year, and I finally have the date and time to share with you. Now, I'm not sure if there's any chance that they're going to change it, but for now, I have details for you, and if those change in any way, I will let you know. The panel will be on the fan stage. Yeah, we're going to be on the fan stage at 4 p.m. on Friday, the 18th of April. So it's the first day of the convention. I'm looking forward to it because it means that I won't be stressed the entirety of the convention. But if you happen to see me before the panel and I seem a little bit tense or stressed, please do not take that personally. It's not about you. I'm just nervous. So I'll be talking from 4 to 5. I hope that you can make it if you're attending. And if you're not able to attend Celebration or you're not coming on that day, the panel will be posted to YouTube as well, right here on the Mothma Net. So, you'll still have a chance to see it. I'm not sure 100% when it's going to get posted. It might not be until I come back to Canada, but it will get posted, and hopefully I'll be able to give you more information on the day it will be dropping when I know, because they'll also be right in the middle, close to the end of my Andor countdown as well. So, So without further ado, day 38 of the 50-day countdown to the Mask of Fear, where we're talking about Mon Mothma not in places that she should be. So this is probably going to sound a little bitter because I don't care. For too long, I have suffered, not in silence because I don't shut up about these things, but I've suffered nonetheless. We're going to start with the Clone Wars. Now, while I don't hate this show, in many ways I do in fact enjoy it, that doesn't mean that I don't have serious issues with it on the Mon front. There are several episodes that Mon should be a part of where she just isn't there, or her role is teeny tiny, or she disappears, or she isn't allowed to speak. So starting off strong with season 1, episode 22, Hostage Crisis, where bounty hunters seized control of the Senate and held a bunch of the senators hostage. Where is Mon? Why don't they let her show up to work and do her job? Like, where is she? I seriously doubt that she just decided to take a day off and spend it with her stupid husband. So, like, where is she? Where is Mon? The people want to know. I want to know. I care. I don't care if other people don't care. I care. Where is she? Like, is she not important enough to be taken hostage? Come on. Come on. Let her get taken hostage. I'm sure she'd have fun with it. Season 3, episode 7, Assassin. Mon appears when they arrive on Alderaan, but then she vanishes and just doesn't attend this whole conference about helping people who are suffering because of the war. Again, why don't they let her do her job? Now, amongst friends, I like to joke that she's just hanging out with Brea Organa, but that's not fair to either of them to just be ignored like that. I think both of them should have been allowed to be at the conference, because, it's being hosted on, the planet that Brea's a ruler of, and Mon is a senator. Anyways, once again, she's just prevented from doing her job. And I don't like that. Now, in season 3, episode 11, Pursuit of Peace, she has one speaking line. One speaking line. That is a very political episode. She has one speaking line. Bothers me. It bothers me to no end. Also, like, the other ways that she was treated in the Clone Wars, like, there is no consistency with the way that she's dressed for things like funerals. Like, if you remember when I discussed her wardrobe, how I mentioned I was concerned about Tales of the Jedi, that they would put her in white for a funeral. It's because they did it in the Clone Wars. Season 5, Episode 18, The Jedi Who Knew Too Much. She's literally wearing white at a mass Jedi funeral. Prior to that, we see her wear black at Obi-Wan's fake-ass funeral in Season 4, Episode 15, Deception. Is she respectful or not, guys? Come on, this is absurd. Like, I like Mon's aesthetic. Who the fuck wears white to a funeral? I mean, if that's you, I'm not saying that you're disrespectful, but like, we've seen her wear black to a funeral before. We see her wear black to a funeral in the future, so what the fuck is wrong with her there? Get a grip, guys. Anyways, I have the full list of episodes that Mon appears in for the Clone Wars, and it is as follows. Season 2, Episode 19, The Zilla Beast Strikes Back, non-speaking. Season 2, Episode 14, Duchess of Mandalore, non-speaking. Season 3, Episode 7, Assassin, non-speaking. Season 3, Episode 4, Sphere of Influence, non-speaking. Season 3, Episode 8, Evil Plans, non-speaking. Season 3, Episode 10, Heroes on Both Sides, one line of dialogue. Season 3, Episode 11, Pursuit of Puce, one line of dialogue. Season 2, Episode 15, Senate Murders, 13 lines of dialogue. Season 4, Episode 14, A Friend in Need, non-speaking. Season 4, Episode 15, Deception, non-speaking. Also, no, wait, I can't remember which one. There's a funeral where she gets Mike Wazowski'd. I think it's by Tarkin. You just see like half of her face. Season 5, Episode 18, The Jedi Who Knew Too Much, non-speaking. Season 5, Episode 20, The Wrong Jedi, non-speaking. Season 6, Episode 7, Crisis at the Heart, non-speaking. Season 6, Episode 8, The Disappeared, Part 1, non-speaking. Season 6, Episode 11, Voices, non-speaking. If you tally up all the lines of dialogue, there's a total of 15, which is basically on average one line of dialogue per episode that she appears in. But there are 12 episodes that she does not speak in at all. In 80% of the episodes she appears in, she does not speak. Mon Mothma not in places she should be. Mon Mothma's voice not in places it should be. There are 133 episodes of the Clone Wars. Mon appears in 11% of them. She speaks in 2% of the overall episodes of the Clone Wars. Am I bitter? Yeah, I'm doing fucking math to get to these conclusions. The Clone Wars did not respect Mon. Moving on. The prequels have a very political storyline throughout the three of them, right? Now, admittedly, the political storyline in Revenge of the Sith got nuked so that they could fit in the 20-minute lightsaber fight that they couldn't cut 30 seconds off of. I like Revenge of the Sith. Some of the lightsaber fights do not need to be as long as they are. Just shoot me. Just shoot me if you disagree. Just shoot me. Mon does not appear or get mentioned in Attack of the Clones. Her scenes got cut from Revenge of the Sith, so she's just completely overlooked, as is the political storyline by the end of the trilogy. Further, the original trilogy isn't absolved in the ignoring Mon Mothma claims. Yeah, I know she was introduced in Return of the Jedi, but where was she in the other two movies? A New Hope can kind of overlook because Alexander Freed corrected that with Contingency Plan and from a certain point of view. But I cannot forgive Empire Strikes Back. Where is she? I love Empire Strikes Back. It's like my second favorite Star Wars movie. Third. Second or third. If I'm watching Rogue One tops it. If I'm watching Empire Strikes Back tops it. Those are like my top three. Attack of the Clones, and then Rogue One, and Empire Strikes Back. Where is she? I'm just left to wonder where my girl Mon is. Maybe slightly will overlook because she hadn't been introduced as a character yet, even though that bothers me as well. There are 12 Star Wars films. Mon appears in, technically, 3 of them if we count Revenge of the Sith. That's not a bad stat overall. 25% of films have Mon Mothma in them. It's pretty much the same for, Padme. Wait, no, Padme's got one more, I think, because I think she's in the Clone Wars movie. It's pretty much like that for Rey, Finn, Poe. So she's doing okay. She's not the main protagonist, but she's doing okay when it comes to the films. If you don't want to count Revenge of the Sith because the scenes were cut, it's 16%, which is still better than the stats for the Clone Wars. Clone Wars had 133 episodes. I think if you actually tally up all of the time, they had more time to fit Mon in to the Clone Wars than they did the movies. Also, once again, Clone Wars was sold to me as an anthology show. It was like, oh, it's going to be about like all the different people, and you're going to get like all these different stories. I got the Ahsoka and Rex story. Okay. That's why I wasn't excited about the Ahsoka show, because it was like, oh, we're going to have an Ahsoka show. I'm like, you mean the Clone Wars? Be fucking for real. Anyways, we're gonna move away from that. This is one of the many reasons why I prefer Star Wars books and comics, because they're like, Mon Mothma is a character, and I'm like, yes, she is, and they're like, and we are going to pay attention to her. I'm like, yes, you should. Anyways, finally, we're moving on to merch. Anyone who knows me knows this one pisses me off. Actually, a lot of these things piss me off, but whatever. Mon Mothma still doesn't have a Funko Pop figure. Do you know how desperately I want a Mon Mothma Funko Pop figure? I have dreams about what she would look like on my little Mon shrine, the monument, if you will. Also, her fashion is being completely ignored as well. I love her universe as a brand. I think Ashley Eckstein is awesome for founding it, but there's nothing about Mon. Most of the Mon Mothma merch out there, customer fan-made. Fan-made. It's the only way I can have her on a shirt. Her universe could sell so much merch if they sold things that were Mon-esque. Please, I'm begging. I'm begging. Do you want my money or not? Take it. Please, just give me what I want. Please. I'm begging. Like, how much Grogu stuff do we have? How much Darth Vader stuff do we have? How much generic Stormtrooper stuff do we have? It's not that I think those characters shouldn't have merch, but every time a new thing for them is announced, I find myself wondering, like, do we really need a 900th Grogu pop figure? No! Other characters exist. Like, I'm sorry if Grogu's your favorite character. I want to spend money on my favorite character instead of your favorite character. Right? Like, I'm not even trying to be a hater towards Grogu or Vader or generic stormtroopers. I just find myself exhausted that there being such a small quantity of merch for such an important character that more and more people are coming to love. But every time they're like, big announcement, oh my gosh, we have something brand new, and it's more Grogu. I'm like, is it necessary? It sucks when I go into a place and I'm like, hey, do you have any Star Wars stuff? And they're like, oh yeah, we've got so much. And it's all Grogu and Vader. I'm like, please, can I have some variety? This franchise has like 1,000 characters or some shit. Probably more than that. And I can only find merch for like a handful of them? Fuck that. Come on. Like, I'm not even gonna be mad about like the amount of Ahsoka merch from her universe, because I'm like, it's Ashley Eckstein. She voiced Ahsoka Tano. Like, we have her to thank for this company, essentially. But I'm like, seriously? Seriously? More Grogu? I'm like, just please, I just want to be able to spend money on Mon Mothma. Take my money, but give me Mon Mothma. Please. Anyways, Mon Mothma not in places she should be. She's not enough Star Wars on screen and in our world in the way of merch. She's not where she should be. She should be here. Everywhere. She should be in all the Star Wars. Not really. any Star Wars that I eventually create, if they let me create a Star Wars, will have Mon in it. It will be about Mon. It will be Mon-centric. You best bet your ass they'll be like, you can't include Mon Mothma in this. It'll be like, then I'm not signing this contract. Thank you for coming to this rather structured rant. I appreciate it. I'm just having fun. Anyways, tomorrow's day 39 of the countdown, and it's a very, 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 very special someone's birthday that we're celebrating. Anyways, if you've been enjoying this series, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. We've got a lot planned for the future. And if you want to connect on socials, you can find me at Mothma Updates on Instagram that I rarely post on, TikTok that I rarely post on, and Blue Sky that I post on fairly frequently. May the force be with you.